I've just literally realised I had to press go live, so sorry I'm a minute late. But hello, if anybody is watching. So I'm just I'm being let loose on this StreamYard all by myself, so I'm a little bit scared because I've never actually used StreamYard on my own before, so please bear with me. But I am Louisa Ashforth, and I'm the resident expert skincare specialist in the Ladies Life Lounge. And basically what that means is I help people achieve flawless skin. And I do this in a holistic way, as healthy, clear skin is not just about skincare, it's about whole lifestyle as well. So today's presentation is going to be part of the Ladies Life Lounge Lockdown Life to Loving Life's Summit. So I am just going to share my screen. So I hope you can all hear me and see the screen. Once I share the screen, I can't see myself anymore. So I'm pulling faces, I'm sorry. But let me just share this. I can see some people tuned in. So basically, what I'm going to talk about today is how stress can affect your skin and how we can introduce aromatherapy into our lives that can help create some calmness. So skincare is something that can often be missed, and we can just use makeup to cover it up. So if I want to help us achieve flawless, healthy, clear skin to make us feel more confident. And today I'm going to talk about how stress can impact your skin and life in general, and how you can introduce aromatherapy into your life, like I said, to create some calmness. So let's move the slide along. So like I said, today's presentation is part of the Lockdown Life to Loving Life, Ladies Life, I can't even say it, sorry, Ladies Life Lounge Summit. There's far too many L's in there. I think I am the 8th presentation, so there is so much value being given. There's 16 workshops altogether, and all from the resident experts as well as Jodie and Rox, so giving amazing value. So I hope you're loving it so far. So I think we're at the halfway mark now with me. Okay, so just to tell you a little bit about me. Well, like I said, my name is Louisa Ashforth, and I've been a beauty therapist for, 20 years now. And throughout that, I've always been passionate about skin and facials. So I then started to create my own skincare range. So about 6 years ago, maybe 7 even, time just flies, I started to create a skincare range called LA Skincare, which is basically Louisa Ashforth skincare, but I wanted to just give it my initials instead. So just a little bit about my background, and like I said, I help people achieve flawless, healthy, clear skin, but it's not just about skincare. Like I said, there's more to it. So what is stress? Basically, we all get stressed from time to time. Sometimes life just can get on top of us, and sometimes we'll end up seeking medical help. And I just want to show you a few different ways that sometimes if we could just feel a little bit calmer, it can help massively. I believe that skin is a window to your to what's going on inside your body. So if you start to get breakout spots, stress lines, etc., it can just be down to stress, and sometimes it just creeps upon us and we don't realise. So I wanted just to get a few points across today. We only have to look at the current situation that we're in. Obviously, things are starting to get better, and I'm not going to do a whole corona talk, don't worry, but the situation doesn't help, and there has obviously been a lot of stress throughout for many different people in many different ways. But stress just creeps upon us, and it does affect us. So let's look at a few ways on how stress can affect our bodies. Like I said, stress can cause breakouts in your skin, so spots. It can aggravate current skincare conditions such as psoriasis. Obviously, people know you can get a flare-up if you are stressed, as well as eczema, rosacea. If you get anxiety, that can cause like hives and redness and flushed skin, which can cause problems. It can encourage overeating, and overeating can sometimes lead to a poor diet. Poor diet can lead to skin, so it's all having an impact back onto your skin. It can increase, different behaviours on our current, ways, maybe increase drinking, etc. And again, not great for your skin. disruptive sleep, that can just cause stress in itself. And then you go in that cycle of, I can't sleep, I'm stressed. And then you're stressed because you've had no sleep. And again, it shows on your skin. As well as, of course, hormone levels, especially in women, but men as well, and that, stress just messes with your cycle, as well as moods. And again, it shows on your skin, and it really can basically be the window, like I said. So it's all going off on our face. It literally just shows what's going off in our life. So stress comes in different forms. We can have positive stress, which is that stress where you're buzzing and you're driven to achieve a goal, and really gets your adrenaline pumping, and you just can't wait. So in this situation, no real need to, have any essential oils to treat this type of stress, because there's nothing that needs to be treated. But essential oils do smell amazing as well. So they're just nice to have around. So more for pleasure if the positive stress. Normal stress, again, oils there, they all have a benefit on calming our minds. And I would say, although I've put no need for oils here, there's nothing wrong with having them on in the background to, just keep us nice and calm. But normal stress is just your body functions for survival in an everyday situation. However, then we come to the distress on our bodies. And when healthy stress transforms into chronic stress, this is not good, as I'm sure many know. You can, feel really, really low, your energy levels are low, and everyday pressures just get too much. And this is where aromatherapy can be really, really beneficial in many, many ways, which we're obviously going to talk about. Okay, so if you don't know what aromatherapy is, basically there's little bottles of essential oils that you might see around, or you might have seen. That's when I talk about aromatherapy, I am effectively talking about the essential oils, which the definition is the practice of the practice of using plant oils, which then make the essential oils. And these can have a massive impact on your psychological and physical well-being. It has been around for a really long time and traced back, years and years and years. And ancient civilizations used essential oils like cinnamon, ginger, myrrh, sandalwood, and they were used for medicinal purposes. But so some of these oils are still used today as well. Well, all of them are still used today, but they're obviously, you've probably heard of more lavender oils, eucalyptus oils that are often in things that we can buy over the counter as well. However, I'm going to talk about how you can buy the bottles yourself, and you can create some of your own blends and use them in different ways around the home. So essential oils are tiny molecules, and what happens is if they are applied to your skin, they do need to be applied diluted, so with a carrier oil. By that I mean, whether it's olive oil out of your cupboard or sunflower oil, or obviously then you can get onto your grapeseed oils and almond oils. They're a little bit more expensive, but they all work. So what I'm saying is, if you've got something in your cupboard that's olive oil or sunflower oil, I would say just use that. Because they're such tiny molecules, not a lot of things will penetrate into our skin, but essential oils will get into your skin, so they get into the deeper layers of your fatty tissues in the layers of your skin. Right at the bottom, we've got a deep fatty layer called your subcutaneous layer of skin. And basically, when essential oils reach that part, they're really getting into your bloodstream. And so they have a massive impact on your body. So you do have to be really careful around essential oils, because people think they just smell nice, but they do, but they have a massive impact. Even if you don't realise that they are at the time, they carry on working. So once they're in your body, so we do have to be quite careful which oils that we use. So obviously, if you want to ask any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I'm just explaining right now how they work. They do evaporate as well. So if you leave the lid off, they will evaporate into the air. But that means you can also put them, around the home, and they are inhaled through your nasal passages with all your sensitivity, your cells, and send messages straight to your brain and have like an effect on your emotions and your psychological well-being. So by that, I mean they can really alter your mood And I know that sounds a bit crazy, but smells, you know what it's like when you smell a familiar smell and it takes you back somewhere. It's amazing what smells trigger, and aromatherapy has that ability as well, and they are very, very powerful. So when they come in a tiny, tiny little bottle, you only need sometimes even just 1 drop is more than enough, depending on what the purpose is for. So, like I said, this enhances both your physical and psychological well-being. So it affects your brain, and it can also affect your body once it's in your bloodstream as well. So when they are inhaled, it literally takes seconds to get to your brain. So they can have a big impact very, very quickly. So like I said earlier, distress comes in many forms. And I'm going to talk now about how what different ways stress can happen when it's sort of like chronic stress, and how different oils can benefit at different times. So let's talk about environmental stress. By that, I mean like in the air, so pollution, everything that's going off around you and causes an impact on your brain. So different oils that can help. I've just listed a few here. So cedarwood, coriander, chamomile, geranium, basil, bergamot, and cypress. So basil is one of my favorites here because it really does balance emotions. So it helps just create a little bit of balance and a bit of a harmonious way. So it can very, very quickly impact on your brain. You can also mix some of the oils, which I'll talk about later. But you only have to smell these and they have an impact straight away. So mental stress, obviously that's quite an overwhelmed feeling. So when you've got lots going off, I was going to say like when you're a mum, but dads as well. So obviously, but often when you're trying to manage the kids, the house, the chores, the shopping, and working as well, it can just sometimes, when it's just got that little bit too much, or you just have that extra thing that just sends you over the edge kind of thing, it triggers in your brain and you just cannot get past it. So again, some oils that were on the last list are on this list because oils do have an effect, like all the, they can be mixed and sometimes they'll have different benefits. So bergamot, I do love bergamot oil because it's like an orangey, citrusy smell, and they are my kind of smells that I do really, really like. So sandalwood, basil, like I said, again, balances emotions. So it has a calming effect on the brain. Cardamom, patchouli, grapefruit, again, you're going to know I like grapefruit because it's citrusy and it smells nice. And geranium, again, is quite a citrusy one. But these are just oils that can help. So there will be a copy of these slideshows, this slideshow in the group, so you can refer back to it. So I'm just going through it at the moment. And then chemical stress. This is when we have kind of overdose on our body, as in, we all like about a takeaway and a drink from time to time, and we can be, but sometimes we know when we've gone too far, and often it shows in our skin, like I said. So I don't know about you, but if you've just got a bit carried away with the takeaways over the weekend, by Monday you think, oh, my skin feels terrible. But sometimes it can, if we prolong that and don't acknowledge it soon enough, it can have a longer effect, not just on our skin, but on our bodies as well. But then it will just continue showing more and more in your skin. So it's about taking action when you do notice it. So a couple of oils here, again, a few repeated oils, but lavender's on this one as well. And patchouli, clary sage. Clary sage is amazing for like balancing your hormones as well. So that's a really good one, depending on what's going on inside your body. Grapefruit, lemon, geranium, and rosemary. Now you'll hear me talk about rosemary a lot because rosemary is one of my favorite oils. It is just amazing for clearing that chaotic mind. So I'm just going to jump ahead, and basically sometimes what I do is I literally put a couple of drops of rosemary in my palms, rub my palms together, and then just smell. And honestly, instantly I can just feel my brain just relaxing. So that's a bit of a quick fix for you. But other oils you can do that with as well. Then emotional stress, when again everything's getting on top of you, but it can be work related, and almost that feeling the other one, mental stress, where everything's getting on top of you, as in, you know, your workload. But this one, more when you're worrying about things and, you know, you're preempting things and you can't sleep because your brain's just not stopping. And yeah, it's just that overwhelm of worry, and it can just have quite an emotional effect on your body. So a few oils here. So vetiver, sandalwood, bergamot, geranium, rose, and cardamom. And you know, you could always add rosemary in here as well. You can add rosemary to anything if you ask me, but rosemary is an oil you do need to be a little bit careful with, though. And so, you know, please do ask if you are thinking about or you want any more information, because I will go on about that oil. It's amazing, but you do just have to be a little bit careful. I will just tell you why now, just so I don't forget. So if you suffer with epilepsy or fits and things like that, it is an oil that can trigger certain effects on your body. So don't be put off by it and don't panic, but I'm just demonstrating how powerful oils can be. That doesn't mean that if you have epilepsy, you can't use it. It's just something you really need to be aware of. So physical stress, when we've just overdone it with exercise, or we've just taken too much on, running around like headless chickens, and our body's just feeling like aches and pains. So again, it's about acknowledging what's going off in your body. So again, rosemary, top of the list, of course. Rosemary can help. Thyme, chamomile, geranium, marjoram, fennel, and lavender, and they can help with those. So I've already given one away. So how can you use aromatherapy? Basic inhalation, like I just said, you could do it in the palm of your hands. However, a good way is to have a tissue, put a couple of drops of, you can use a couple of different oils, but just be careful which ones you use together, which again, you can ask any questions and I will reveal more. But add 2 to 4 drops of essential oil on a tissue and place the tissue under your nose and inhale. Now that's something that you can carry around with you, because it won't just be one-off. It will stay on that tissue because, like I said, they are very, very strong, so it will last. But I would tell you, rather than going straight for 2 to 4 drops, like I said earlier, 1 drop is sometimes enough. So use 1 drop to make sure that you don't have any sensitivity or reactions to that oil. But it's always good to ask questions first when it comes to aromatherapy, because it is surprising how much of an effect they can have. One of my favourite ways to use the oils is heat diffusers. So you might have seen them, you know, it's often in like a tub, and it plugs in, and you basically fill it with water and you add aromatherapy to it. So I've put around 5 drops here because it just depends. They come in different sizes. Like in my salon, we have 500ml ones because they last all day, and we don't need to keep topping them up because obviously we're there all day and it's one less job to do. But if you've got a smaller one, 5 drops is often more than enough, but it depends what kind of atmosphere and ambience you're trying to create. So these will then disperse the oil, like the essential oils, into the air, and then it just creates a lovely aroma in the room. So you can also get these as well, where they plug in and they've got like a little dish, and you've got oil on top. So you mix a little bit of oil and then you put the essential oil. So you have a carrier oil and then you mix the essential oil in there as well. But I personally prefer the water ones. But you've got a couple of options there. They're great for in the home, obviously for us in treatment rooms. So if you've got a treatment room or you're trying to create a relaxed area, then diffusers are a great way to go. And like I said, you can use them in your home. And what I love about the diffusers as well, they actually are purifying the air as well, because they're only putting water into the air. It helps like release some of the negative energy, negative atoms within the air and molecules. So it cleanses the room as well. So if you suffer with things like hay fever, or, you know, you've got a smell that's irritating you, they can very, very quickly purify the air. I put hear aid in sleep, so I often put my diffuser on an hour before I go to bed. And obviously I use rosemary in it a lot, but I'll mix a blend of lavender and rosemary in it. And they're not the only oils, there's plenty more. I'm just saying that's what I often do. And then that really does aid a good night's sleep, because it's already cleansed my room before I go in. And then, you know, it's just like, into my bed. So Oil burner diffusion. This is different to the plug-in one that I just mentioned. So you might have seen them again where they've got a little dish. You fill with either warm water or, pre-blended oils, and then don't mix your carrier oil with your essential oil in this sense, because the heat from the candle can make it too hot, and we don't want any accidents or burnage, so to speak. So fill it with water. Water's often a safe one, but then you can also, like, they sell pre-blended fragrance oils, which are specifically for these kind of burners. I personally prefer the plug-in ones because I think they are safer, but these are amazing. And if you are competent in using them, or you're not got like kids running around or potential of spilling anything like the candle, then it's a great way to put the essence into the room. So I'm not being negative about them, it's just a health and safety thing. So again, love this one. So in your bath, this is such an easy way to introduce it, and it is probably one of the quickest effective ways as well. So what you can do is literally start running your bath and add a couple of drops of essential oil to your water. You can do it directly to the water. If it's I would always use something along the lines of lavender oil here if you're creating a calming atmosphere, because if you're adding it directly to the water, you don't want to use something like eucalyptus, because it's going to create tingling sensations, and sometimes it can feel a little bit burny on your skin. So again, just be careful which oils you do use here, which, like I said, I'm happy to answer any questions, but lavender is a very, very safe one for in the bath, directly to the water. And if you shut the door while the bath's running, when you come back in, you've just got this amazing aroma, and obviously the steam in the air, and it's like you've just created your own little spa. So it's instant relaxation, especially if you've got a few candles on as well. So if you follow me on Instagram, on LA Skincare, sorry, quick plug there, but it's more because I often show that on my stories because I do it a lot. So you'll see it. So, but it is so, so nice. And it's a very quick, easy way as well. And you know what? If you're sat there going, I wish I had time to get a bath or whatever, do you know what? Even if you put a couple of drops in the bottom of your shower and set your shower going and let the temperature warm up, if you're like me, I like a hot shower. It's not always good for your skin, but I do like a hot shower. But if you put some essential oils in the bottom of the shower and then let the shower run, that again, if you shut the door, it will diffuse into the air. So you've still got the benefit in the shower. So don't worry, if you're a shower person, you can still use it. So the other way, like I've just put here, you can create your own blend. So you use an ounce of carrier oil, or 100 ml of carrier oil, and blend some aromatherapy into it, and then you can add it to the bath. But obviously you are adding oil into your bath as well. So I'm just thinking, like, don't make your hair too greasy, but it is amazing. Your skin will feel so nice as well. The other option is you could just use your pre-blended oil that you've just done, and you could just rub it into your skin, so it is directly on your skin for when you get in the bath, and then it absorbs and just mixes into the bath. Either way, it's really nice and your skin feels amazing. Okay, so like I just said, baths provide relief from stress, anxiety, and they can assist with muscle pains. And if you do add essential oils to the bath, it is just one of the easiest ways. I basically just said that, so I just skipped ahead of my slide as usual. But yeah, there are other things that you can add in there to help with muscle aches as well. Some essential oils do have analgesic effects. Surprised I actually said that word correctly. I'm one of those people that once it gets to a certain time at night, my words all get a bit tongue-tied, so I do apologise. But yeah, Rox and Joes know what I'm like, so I do apologise for any of my tongue-twisting words. I swear I know what I'm talking about. So blending. I thought I'd just put together a couple of blends so that you could refer back to these if you wanted to try some. So basic relaxation blend, which you can use in your bath, you can use in your diffusers, or you could just use it on your body, or on your feet is a really good place to use essential oils. I know I've not put it on here, but another quick idea that you can do is just a little bit of carrier oil in the palm of your hand, couple of drops of lavender, massage it into your hands, and literally massage your feet before you go to bed. because your feet have got some of the largest pores on your body, and basically they just act like a sponge, and they'll just suck straight into the sponge, up into your feet, into your bloodstream, and then they'll absorb into your body. So it creates sort of like instant relaxation, basically. Back to the relaxation blend. 50 ml of carrier oil. Like I said, I often use sunflower oil because there's less sensitivities with it and less people that are allergic to it. So sunflower oil is a pretty safe oil, but always try it a little bit. Do yourself a little patch test to make sure that you are okay with it. Often people like to use almond oil, which is great, but obviously if you're allergic to nuts, please don't use almond oil, obviously, or obviously anybody in the house is. That's why I often stick to sunflower oil, or in the salon we'll often use sunflower oil or grapeseed oil, because it's just not worth it, just in case you do get anybody with an allergy or an unknown allergy as well. For 50 ml, you can add 10 drops of lavender oil, 5 drops of rosemary, and 15 drops of cypress. So you'll notice how there's different amounts. There is reasons for that. In aromatherapy, you have top notes, middle notes, and bass notes. And I'm not talking about like scales here when it comes to music. It's just the way that the aromatherapy is listed. So your base oils will have a very strong aroma, which will last a lot longer than some of your top notes. However, some of your top blended together, they just make the perfect blend. And personally, I'm not a massive fan of lavender as a smell on its own. I do like it, but it's not my favorite. But you know, when you blend it with, say, rosemary or bergamot, oh wow, amazing. So the blends can often work better, and they're having like what we often do in the salon, we'll often use lavender and lemongrass, for example, which lemongrass is really uplifting and one of the most amazing smells ever, and it blends really well with lavender, so which is really calming. So if you blend those two together, then you're relaxed, but you're uplifting. So again, they're two really good ones to put in a diffuser as well, to create the right ambience for you and the right mood you're trying to create, should I say. So that was just a quick blend for you. I've got plenty more, but I thought I'd just share, the odd one throughout and then that one at the end, but just because there's plenty more to share, but I want to make sure that over in the members group, we share all sorts of things. So there's a lot available over there, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So when it comes to aromatherapy, there are contractions. And what I mean by contractions are things that happen whilst you're having the treatment, say if it's in a salon, but if you're doing a treatment yourself, it is a normal reaction, but we need to be aware of them, because sometimes you just think, oh, I'm allergic to that, or oh, that's not worked for me, oh, it's caused me a headache. Actually, a headache is quite a common side effect of aromatherapy and quite a normal thing to happen. And sometimes some of what's going off in your body can sometimes feel worse before it feels better. So I've just listed some here: lightheadedness, headache, tiredness. Your emotions can be heightened. So if you've, say, had a relaxing massage with aromatherapy, or you've just made yourself so relaxed, you can sometimes end up crying and you think, what am I crying for? But it's almost like a release of emotion. Or, if you're feeling sort of like stressed, or it can almost make you feel not negatively, but a bit more stressed, but it's because your body is releasing. So sometimes you've got to ride these things through and just be aware of them, and make sure if you're going to do aromatherapy that you're not going out straight after or something like that. Try and use it as a way to relax and go to bed. So it can sometimes leave you feeling a little bit sick. Aromatherapy is a really big detox on your body. So when you're detoxing your body of, toxins, basically, so any rubbish that's inside your body, it can leave you feeling a little bit sick sometimes. So just be aware of that. It can leave you thirsty, again, through detoxing. Sometimes it can feel flu. So you feel like you're getting a fever, and then it can increase your frequency of going to the toilet. This is your body's way of getting rid of all the rubbish that it does not want, it does not need. And we don't even know that we've caused it sometimes. just a bit of, you think a bit of a takeaway, it's fine. I'm not saying don't have a takeaway. I love a good, pizza and Indian and what have you, everything really. But it's just everything in moderation and all that. One way to combat some of these side effects is water. Drink lots of water, because it helps your body flush out what's happening inside or what it doesn't want. It helps it happen quicker, so the process is done with quicker. And I'm not saying that it'll stop, I'm just saying it can often be done with quicker. So moving along, aftercare. I've just told you this one. Drink plenty of water. It helps with the toxin elimination. When you've had aromatherapy, allow it to soak into your body. So although you can use it in the bath and the shower, once it's absorbed into your bloodstream, don't go then having another shower or a wash or whatever. Avoid showers and baths. So if you've had a massage somewhere, make sure you can enjoy that essential oils and all the aromatherapy and the effects that it's having before washing it off. Try to avoid stimulants like tea, coffee, and alcohol even, because it won't help you relax. It stimulates your body, and actually aromatherapy is relaxing your body, and that's usually what you're trying to create. Don't sunbathe or use sunbeds for 24 hours. That sounds random, I know, but there are essential oils such as bergamot, for example, that if you have that on your body and then you go out into the sun, bergamot has a photosensitivity in it, which then can make it more likely for you to get sunburn, so it can cause a reaction. Like I said, they are very, very powerful essential oils. You don't always need medicine, as in tablet form. You could actually create a cupboard of aromatherapy, and that could be your medicine cupboard. There is so many ways it can help and benefit. And obviously, I'm talking about aromatherapy as a whole. And I know today I'm more talking about trying to relieve stress. So that's what I'm focusing on. But there are so many more things it can do. Eat a light, healthy diet to allow your body to put its energy into healing. So basically, don't overface your body so that your body can do its thing elsewhere. It doesn't want to have to digest a big meal, is what I mean by that. Try and just allow yourself to relax and enjoy what's happening in your body. Avoid smoking and toxins. Obviously, if you smoke, I'm sure that's not always possible, but it's just basically trying to allow the toxins to eliminate before reintroducing any into your body. And then just the last one, just to help you look after yourself, eat 5 portions of fruit and veg per day. But we all know that one, but that's just I'm more talking about maintaining a healthy diet there, and that can help with your skin as well. So this is just a little introduction to aromatherapy and how it can affect your body, how it can help with stress, or stress management, should I say, and how it can help your skin. So stress is a massive topic, aromatherapy is a massive topic, so it is just a quick workshop today, and I hope you got some benefit out of it. And maybe just have a look at your life at the moment, and obviously the situation that we're in, like I said, and give yourself a bit of a break, because I think it's so easy to not even realize that we're stressed. And even if you don't think you are, aromatherapy is just amazing to have around, and it can have such an impact. And sometimes when you do introduce it and you think, oh, wow, I feel amazing, you didn't even realize you were stressed. I'm not saying find the stress or focus on the stress. I'm saying just put aromatherapy into your life, because it's just amazing what it can do. So if you want any more information, please just ask. You can always email me at info@laskincare.co.uk, or feel free to look on my website, www.laskincare.co.uk. So obviously we're not done yet. So as I mentioned at the beginning, this is part of the, there's too many L's, the Ladies Life Lounge Lockdown Life to Loving Life Summit. Yes. It's an amazing place. Their members group is brilliant. So if you want to be involved in things, the doors are open, and they are doing an amazing offer. So it is normally £49, but it is £29 if you sign up and become a member. And I think it's Monday that this offer finishes. I'm sure it is. So, but if not, just do it quickly so that I haven't got it wrong. the lovely ladies at Ladies Life Lounge have given me my own link to use. So if you do use this link, which I will share in the, we'll share it in the group once the replay is shared. I'll share it in the comments or whatever I'm trying to say. I'll share the link. If you use my link, then I am going to give you some bonuses as well. So that's very exciting. So obviously I've talked about blending aromatherapy and oils and what they can do. So I'm sure you are wanting to know more about that because I love that side of it. So if you do sign up, you will get a free presentation on how to blend aromatherapy, a few tips and a few recipes and what they can do. And also, I'm happy to help. And you also will get access to an amazing LA Skincare aromatherapy package, which will be exclusive to members in the group. And so, yes, so just a quick reminder to sign up using my link and you will get the bonuses. But that's it. So I'm going to stop sharing now. I have no idea how long I have been. And if I can get back to the thing. Sorry, right, okay. Fab. Right, I think I've stopped sharing now. Anyway, so yes, I was just looking at the time and thinking, oh good, I haven't gone over. So I hope you've got some benefit out of that and I hope you've enjoyed it. And so I will see you hopefully over in the members group. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, if you've got any questions, just ask. I can't see any questions in the group, so maybe they could be over on Facebook. So I will go over and answer them if they are. But yeah, so thanks for bearing with me at the beginning for the technical hitch of not going live when I should. But yeah, so thank you so much. I hope you all sign up and I hope you watch the next few because there are loads of other workshops coming. So have a lovely evening and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.